26, take one.
I'm ready. Train awaits.
All aboard for another exciting episode. This week we're on the Orient Express, prepared to meet a mysterious mummy. We have an exclusive interview with singer Foxes, and we meet a wise engineer.
Perkins, chief engineer.
The doctor.
Hold on as we go full steam ahead.
Doctor, it's Clara. If you get this, come quickly. We're trapped in carriage 24.
With Clara and the Doctor taking a break on the Orient Express in space, there is plenty of action in this week's episode.
A long time ago, the Doctor took a phone call asking for some help on the Orient Express. Finally, he's getting around to doing something about it.
As ever, there is something unforeseen, a dark force at work, which ruins the holiday.
Calm down.
People have started dying on the Orient Express.
Donut! Just get him out! Get it away! Get it away!
And then it gradually becomes apparent that this is a mummy.
I think the Doctor quite enjoys, really, when his holidays go askew because of evil forces.
With murder on this iconic train, the crew were keen to recreate beautiful sets to match this luxury locomotive.
Completely faithful recreation of the original Orient Express. Only slightly bigger and in space.
Recreating this classic train involved painstaking work in order to capture an authentic look.
It retains all of the Art Deco 30s elegance of the original.
You do feel like you've been transported back in time. It was very true, I think, to the Orient Express.
It doesn't take the Doctor long to realise that all is not as it should be, but he soon bumps into a wily engineer with a familiar Brummie accent.
420, take 2.
Perkins, chief engineer.
The Doctor, Nosy Parker.
What I like about him particularly is that he has a Birmingham accent, but he's pretty sharp. He's a very, very bright. He's the second brightest man on the train. You can probably guess who the most bright one is.
Of course, there's a rumour that someone or something else might be responsible.
Keep talking.
When I did find out Perkins was going to be played by Frank Skinner, I immediately went and looked at the script and went, oh, we can have another couple of jokes here, and writing lines and gags for Frank Skinner to say on set is brilliant.
Conventional weapons have no effect on the foretold. It's immortal, unstoppable, unkillable.
Can we get a new expert?
I like the fact that he gets gags, and that the Doctor actually is quite respectful to him and knows that he's not an idiot.
So everyone was scared by the foretold, but how did the team go about creating such a creepy creature?
I always think the mummy, it's kind of got a bad rap. I think the mummy is sort of the poor cousin of vampire, werewolf, ghost. You know, mummy is kind of they're the kind of the hierarchy that's up here, and the mummy, I think, is quite low. You know, it's viewed as a bit laughable and a bit dated. And I think with this, hopefully, you know, people will go, oh yeah, that's nice.
When he walked through the doorway on the carriage, and I honestly felt it was genuinely frightening. The idea of seeing it for the first time at home, all the polish and all the effects on it, he's a proper scary mummy, you know.
We surrender!
Zero.
What was very funny is the lovely gentleman playing him would forget that he was in full costume and sort of sidle up to you and say, I'm thinking of having fish and chips for lunch. What about you? And you'd go, I think I might have the salad.
It required specialist expertise to create this murderous mummy.
Face, hands, chest, feet were all sculpted. They turned out in foam latex, mounted onto a lycra suit, and then wrapped in bandages. It's really, as I say, really simple. It's down to the design and artwork, really.
Spooky stuff. But this isn't the first time the Doctor has faced an enemy that resembles a monster from our own planet's myths and legends. During a visit to the Torchwood estate, the Doctor was hounded by what looked to be a werewolf, but turned out to be a lupine wavelength hemiveriform. Probably easy to call it a werewolf. And there were more fangs in 16th century Europe, when the 11th Doctor faced the so-called vampires of Venice. These bitey beauties were Saturninians, and he found out they used perception filters to mask their true appearance. In fact, the Doctor has uncovered many myths about, well, mythology. He discovered that at least some of the legendary Yeti, or abominable snowmen, were machines controlled by the Great Intelligence, and the Loch Ness Monster is actually a creature brought to our world by the Zygons. The Naimon didn't bother with any disguises and closely resembled the Minotaur from Greek mythology. The 11th Doctor also had a run-in with a Minotaur-type creature.
3, 6, 5, 6, 1 in, and mark.
Tonight, I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive.
The Orient Express not only had murder and intrigue, but eagle-eyed viewers may have spotted a celebrity cameo. Yes, that's right, the singer Foxes appeared in this episode, singing a jazz version of Don't Stop Me Now.
I really love the song. I love the idea of stripping the song back and, you know, doing like a jazz version of it. I think it's really nice. It's nice to have that version. I don't think anyone's done it before.
And cut it there. Yeah, thank you very much.
During a break in filming, Foxes also got the chance to step inside the TARDIS.
Wow. God, it's just like being a big kid, isn't it? Yeah. Being on this. How much fun. It feels amazing. I feel like a big kid. I've sort of been running around the set like, wow, that's the TARDIS. It's quite mad.
Okay. All right.
Chief Engineer Perkins may have helped the Doctor save the day, but it was soon time for him to say goodbye to his new friend. This was especially painful for Frank Skinner, who played the role.
He's been petitioning to be in Doctor Who for a very long while. And of course, we've been actually very keen to find him a part because he's brilliant. He's not just a great comedian and a great Doctor Who fan. He's someone who could bring genuine heart and pathos to the show.
I'm on set as an actor, but I can't help being on set as a fan, thinking, wow, you know, new Doctor, he's, you know, brilliant. I'll definitely be sad to go.
Nothing wrong with being a fan. Nothing wrong with being a fan when you come onto this show.
I think the most difficult thing about the character is I basically get offered to be a companion and I turn it down.
5, 6, take 1. Ash.
You should get someone in. And a job like that takes forever.
Really? So I suppose whoever I did get in might just be easier to have them stay on board for a while. Don't suppose you know of anyone?
When I read that, I thought, they can't. It's one thing not to have the offer, but to have to say, no, I don't fancy that. Thanks very much.
No. Sorry, Doctor, but I don't think I do. That job could change a man.
Yes, it does, frequently.
I did speak to the director and I said, if we've got a bit of time, could I say yes, just once, and say, oh, that's brilliant, you know, I'll go and get my bags.
Well, I won't keep you. Goodbye, Perkins. Good to meet you.
You too, Doctor, and good luck.
The Doctor rarely asks people to join him in the TARDIS, so perhaps we may see Perkins again.
I've been in Doctor Who and that's fantastic, but I don't want to get into the will my character come back, because I think that will keep me awake at night.